Yo, what's up, guys? You got Pokeaim here. Today we're gonna disrespect Magnezone a little bit. We're gonna use it in RU. I still can't believe that Magnezone has fallen down to the RU tier, and just because it's in RU doesn't mean it doesn't have any use in OU. I firmly believe it's still a solid Pokemon in the OU tier, and you know what? I'm gonna use it once Urshifu get banned. But yeah. Anyway, we got this team from Fabi. And it has Choice Specs Regidrago and Sub Body Press Magnezone. So I'm excited to use it. If you guys want the team, check out my website. The link is down below, pokeaimMD.com. Let's look for a battle. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, and you enjoy this content at any given point, feel free to subscribe. Oh my god, why is Zarude so big, bro? Like, dude, Noivern's a whole dragon bat thing. And it's just, yo, hey, shrink down its model just a little bit, bro. It's towering over everybody. Now, listen, if y'all new to the channel and you enjoy this content at any given point, feel free to subscribe. I'm on my way to 300,000 subscribers. That's my end of the year goal. Let's get there. So a few things. Scarf Mienshau's knockoff is pretty strong. I unfortunately won't be doing anything with Regidrago in this game because of Sylveon, but I think that if I wear down the Seismitoad, sub body press Sylveon just goes in. Pretty weak to Chandelure, so I want to be very careful around that. I'm going to lead off with Regidrago, and I'm going to keep clicking Dragon Energy. That's basically what I'm going to do with this Pokemon until it works out for me. I feel like that's really good. Getting Magnezone at a point with its natural defenses and use Sub-Iron Defense to maybe beat Seismitoad. Knocking off that Pokemon in the process as well. But I like Regidrago. Lead off with Noivern. They do scout my item immediately, finding out that I am indeed Choice Specs. And I'm assuming this is why we have a Togekiss. Yeah. So like had I stayed in there, just would have went out to Sylveon anyway. We don't have Heal Belt, unfortunately, but I have a few ways of dealing with the Register that's going to come in. I believe we don't have Heal Belt, right? No. Just Defog Air Slash. So I want to knock it with my... Hello, you're gonna make your move, buddy, after you turning out? I want to knock it with my Seismitoad, and then... this is going to be tough, man. That Chandelure is going to be annoying. Huh. Are you trying to trick me immediately, or go for a Calm Mind here? What I don't... What are they going for here? I guess if they're Specs... If they're Choice Scarf, I'd rather give that to Regidrago. If they're Spec Shadow Ball, I'll find out and I can go Zarude after. Regidrago isn't really going to be doing anything, but like, why would you go out to that Mon unless you're Specs? Oh, and they are indeed Specs. So we can bring out Seismitoad here, expecting them to want to go out into either Registeel or Sylveon, or they could double Overheat. And this is cool because I get a knockoff on this Pokemon, getting rid of its item, and then potentially getting up rocks as well as they end up bringing out Zarude. So this is probably Heavy Duty Boots or Choice Scarf. Good to know. That means it cannot touch my Togekiss besides going for... This is annoying because they're going to U-turn out into Chandelure and just claim a Pokemon every single time it comes out. I need to get up rocks so I can threaten them. I'm going to click rocks. The only reason I made that play is because Chandelure coming in gets a kill. It still gets a kill no matter what, but I still want rocks up to try and pressure those switch-ins as they end up bringing out Sylveon. Once again, we're just going to go for knockoff here. Getting rid of its item helps out Mienshao, especially because I don't really have much. It also helps the Togekiss mainly. So let's get rid of your item as well. Nice leftovers gone. That did so much damage. They may Wish up and then bring out Seismitoad, but I think Magnezone makes the most sense. If I sub up and they bring out Seismitoad after, it won't make too much of a difference. Maybe I throw this away to break the Seismitoad, but even then, Seismitoad isn't even that big of a deal versus me, I feel. I'm gonna body press for some chip. 14, holy crap. Okay, with this thing losing its item, Zarude actually becomes a giant threat to them. So I'm assuming they just click rocks here, but Zarude actually becomes a really big threat with Sylveon losing its leftovers, and also the fact that Noivern can't come out on me freely. So the Darkest Lariat into Noivern, assuming it's just going to do something like Defog. Damn, it did very little. That did very, very, very little. They should, in theory, Defog here because of what I have. I don't have the best switch-ins to this. Okay, I think they Defog, but I like Magnezone because Body Press gets the analytic boost on this, so I'll do more than 14, I'll do probably around 20, and that gives me in my Mon anyway. 18. Wait, what? I thought it didn't work. Oh yeah. That's just that was the roll that I was supposedly supposed to get, but didn't really. So we definitely want to pressure the Noivern once more. My own size until just to click knockoff, and then doing the exact same thing as they bring out Sylveon. Still like rocks. And just making sure that they can't bring out the Noivern on my Magnezone is very important. So even if they're Wish Protect, and they do have Mystical Fire, this is Magnezone still to play. Sylveon is very, very crazy in this game. Like I said, Regidrago doesn't do much. So every bit of chip damage on this thing makes a big difference. And this is a good play, very good play on my opponent's part. But I have a Regidrago sack, so yeah, nice little flamethrower in there. Appreciate that. We'll get in my Mienshao here, and I think because I already knocked off Sylveon, it's tough. This is so tough. But I can lose a Pokemon if they stay in with Chandelure. I'm still going to go for U-turn here. 1, 2, 3. Because even then, like, this mon's still very good, too. Like, knockoff is going to KO the Chandelure. I think Sylveon has to heal itself. That's a smart mid-ground as well, because this gives them a U-turn of their own to bring out the Chandelure, too. Togekiss is actually a win con now that Sylveon has lost its item, funnily enough. And it's not going to take much from the attack. And I'll just have to sack something whenever Chandelure comes in. Though, again, I believe it's Specs, so I might just have to win a speed tie at a point, which I probably will go for. Because Zarude plus Mienshao are my endgame. Togekiss is my like buffer versus the annoying threats my opponent has. And the sack is Seismitoad as they overheat there and miss. Now, if they opt to go for another one, they can miss too. So again, I know that is Specs. So I know that's Specs. I think we're just Thunder Wave immediately into Registeel. And then that'll help Zarude do its thing. And they're probably Heal Bell and Sylveon, but yeah, this is a really threatening game one, man. This is a really threatening game one. I still like Zone decently, but ooh. Okay, best case scenario for me. Best case scenario for me, they're giving me this Sylveon. Because I have some giant threats, right? I have some giant threats versus them. And the fact that if I can actually break this Sylveon right now between Paralysis and this, I feel like they're going to throw... Like, I knew they were going to break through there. But they clicked the wrong move. They clicked Heal Bell over Wish. So we get rid of Sylveon. Noivern comes out as well. It's just going to get Thunder Wave, so I don't know why they made this play. This was the fast Pokemon they needed versus me. Obviously, they're trying to win with Chandelure, but this is a speed tie at worst versus Chandelure too. So this game just got a lot easier. In terms of how we sack here, I'm pretty sure Bulk Up Zarude wins. And there's no point in letting this thing go down, so yeah, let them knock me out there. I'll bring out you because I can U-turn. I can roost with my Togekiss. So I'm gonna U-turn here, as opposed to because Togekiss can roost on this thing. And if they go Zarude, then I can click Close Combat. And if they go out to Registeel, I bulk up in their face. Because again, I know that they are Spec Chandelure. I know that they're Specs. The only thing stopping me from winning with Spec Chandelure at this point is, I guess, Iron Defense Registeel could also be annoying. Perfect. Hopefully they're not Iron Defense Registeel. If they are, then I probably, even though I have Darkest Lair, I probably still lose. But I do think that Zarude just wins by clicking Bulk Up into Bulk Up into Bulk Up. Alright. Just gonna Jungle Healing here. Get my heals. Don't have to worry about this. Another Bulk Up lets me 1v1 Registeel, I believe, too. So... Oh, yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. Because Darkest Lair doesn't care about the boost. Now, their Body Press is going to hurt. But Registeel being gone means that Togekiss beats everything, too. And they have to... They literally have to U-turn here. So I'm going to make the Mienshao play. Because Mienshao gets a heal versus everything. And once Zarude comes in, I should win. I just click U-turn. If they go Chandelure, I bring out Zarude. If they go Zarude, I hit it with the 4 times effective move. Yeah, so like this is a safe situation regardless, and I just click Dark Slayer because I know they're Specs. You gotta be Specs to do all that damage. So Zone didn't really do anything in this game. It's not over, obviously, but Zone did not do crap in this game. It could also try Power Whipping as I go Mienshao, but the thing about this is that, like, even versus their Mienshao, or their Chandelure, this is a speed tie, as I mentioned. So if I win it, yeah, and I kill Chandelure, which I unfortunately don't manage to, but had I won that speed tie right there, I went out to the wrong mon. Shoot, I went out to the wrong mon. I should have went to Rude there. I guess it's the same thing. Potentially a 50-50. If they U-turn versus Power Whip here. Damn. So I wish I got the flinch on Togekiss, but if they whip into Mienshao, if I get a Mienshao and they U-turn, if I get a Mienshao and they whip, I lose. I'm still gonna go it. I don't think they're gonna whip. Yeah. It still comes down to the same thing. Like, I always U-turn here. Because it's going to come down to the same thing, basically, between Zarude and that. But I feel like this is the turn they'd Power Whip. Do I whip back? Yeah. So, okay, so it comes down to speed tie now. Because you definitely whip here. Power Whip always knocks out Mienshao, right? Calc. If Power Whip doesn't always knock out Mienshao, Zarude. Then I go Mienshao. That's Mienfu. That's also a bulky set, which I don't think. Alright, Power Up always comes down. So it comes down to speed tie at the end of the day. We do manage to land it, which is great. And now versus Seismitoad, because they won the one versus Chandelure. That was a really good first game that Zarude was able to win it for, which was what I was going for. But I feel like they shouldn't have made the plays with Sylveon versus my Registeel. Excuse me, Sylveon versus my Togekiss. I feel like they should have went Registeel at a point. But I'm glad we were able to do that. Togekiss obviously MVPing it up there, even though it didn't get the flinch when it needed to. So maybe not even the MVP. Sylveon the MVP for clicking Heal Bell at 16%. But yeah, I guess we'll pause it until we find the game, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got a game versus Regen, the movie. Not really. It's just 2 Regen mons. No Fairy type, though. I automatically love Regidrago in this game. Also a big fan of, I think, Stealth Rock all around. I think are very strong versus my opponent. As they make Regidrago kill everything. And if anything, I could always defog with Togekiss, too. So, Thunder Waving thing seems really strong here, too. Magnezone's role is to try and body press things. You have to lead off with a fast Pokemon because Regidrago messes you up. So I'm assuming Mienshao is they're going to be their lead of choice. I'm going to try and what type of Seismitoad am I? Oh, Envy. Now I'm going to try and start early with like my own. I like Bulk Up Zarude in this game a lot. It crushes them besides Crobat, so they have to play their Crobat very well. So we're going to try and use Seismitoad. We're going to get up rocks, and we're going to attempt to just click Dragon Energy a million times and see what happens. Obviously, Suicune can be a little bit annoying if it's that Calm Mind, Sub, or even if it's Rest. It looks like it might be Rest. This dude has almost 1,700 points on the RU ladder, so yeah, they're number 1. So I'm playing the number 1 person on the ladder right now. I don't know why I feel like they're double Assault Vest. Magnezone's roll, it's decent. It's decent. Maybe I throw it away to beat Seismitoad. So let me see a few calcs. I'm gonna run a few calcs because if Magnezone can get +6 in front of Seismitoad and that allows me to actually beat it or weaken it, I'll take it. Also, I have no idea how to beat the damn Slowbro. +6. Let's just assume it's the same set as me. Earthquake. Oh, that's Earth Power. Please don't show me Earth Power. Show me Earthquake. Not even bad. Alright, so I'm assuming Mienshao. I think you have to go like Mienshao. Yep, exactly. Now this could easily be Grass Knot. We're gonna knock off an item immediately. I gained so much out of that. Yeah, I mean, their thought process, I assume, is the same. They wear Assault Vest. Okay, good to know, good to know. So I think their thought process was, okay, we get rid of the item and then we mess them up with, we get rid of an item and then we mess them up with Suicune later. So I understand why they did their knock trade, but I think getting rid of their Assault Vest means that I can click Dragon Energy. So here I'll make the Zarude play. They may Toxic. I mean, this is a Pokemon they don't switch into very well, so, like, at all. At all. Maybe I should have knocked off the Seismitoad. +4. +2. How much am I doing with +6 body press to them? Just body press here as they go hard. Decent damage, decent damage. I gotta be very careful because this Mon is annoying. This Crobat's annoying. So even if they should knock off, I think, or they could Toxic. Yeah, they do opt to knock off there. I like the Togekiss play. And I like the idea of threatening them with that, especially because I can defog right after. They may go hard into Umbreon. They actually don't. And they don't get the poison on me, which is great too. I don't know if this is Inner Focus or Infiltrator, but I am messing around with poison, which is obviously not the safest position for me. Alright, I like Magnezone here. As they go Bro. I don't know what the Bro is going to do. But I have to be careful around Suicune. I really think Zarude just beats in 1v1, so I think this is fine. Because I get a knockoff. Actually, should I knock them off? No, I should go for Rocks first, because I still pressure them, and if I knock off their Seismitoad, I do the exact same thing. Knocking off this thing's leftovers is obviously a strong positioning for me. I like the idea of going U. Then bringing out Magnezone here on Crobat, and then doubling the Regidrago on Seismitoad. So I feel like this position, basically with Rocks up now and no leftovers on Umbreon, I click Specs Dragon Energy. And I'm assuming it's a kill, even on Assault Vest, whatever you are. Okay, it died. So Mienshao obviously gets to come out and go for its U-turn stuff. I'm going to make my own Mienshao play because their close combat... Well, I did not expect close combat to kill me, so that was a mistake on my part. I thought that because it's Assault Vest, it wouldn't kill at all. Alright, we'll Roost here. I really thought because it was Assault Vest, it would not be able to kill me one bit. That was a misplay on my part, but... Not even? Not really? Like... It was a misplay, but Mienshao was a piece that I didn't 100% need. I already knocked off the Umbreon. A Thunder Wave once more. If I double and they go Mienshao, it's bad. So I'm gonna discharge. Yeah. I'm gonna discharge because if I get a pair on Mienshao, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Oh shoot, maybe they can actually knock me out. Do I die to this? At neutral? I have to die to Mienshao, right? Okay, but this was a KO on my own Mienshao, so... And to do as much as I did to theirs... Discharge, no Assault Vest. That's no Assault Vest. It's Analytic as well is already activated. 64 to something. So they are... Damn, they were just a random Assault Vest, but... I sack you here. I bring out you and I click Roost. I have to keep Togekiss healthy. Still like Thunder Wave here, for sure. Ah, they're toxic. Good to know, but I get to Jungle Heal in front of their face, so not the end of the world. Especially with them being paralyzed. This is tough. Because what I'm tempted to do is to Iron Defense first. Okay, exactly. So I'm tempted to Iron Defense first, and then now bring out Regidrago on what I'm expecting to be a Seismitoad. Cool. And then Specs Dragon Energy gets me a kill on something. 75, my god. That's, just give me the Umbreon so they can't pivot into that Mon anymore. So my Thunder Waves are going to start sticking. Alright, so that dies. I'm pretty positive I kill this thing too, and I can use Dragon Pulse to win. And I don't think they kill me back. However, I want to know how much I do. 61 to whatever, and Dragon Energy even at, let's say, 30%. Wow, it still kills. So I click Dragon Energy here. I didn't have to predict at that point because I lived. And the fact that Suicune comes in and dies, or gets 2-hit KO'd, is amazing for me too. Sub, protect. Sub, Toxic, Scald. I had to make sure they had Protect. Now they can get a Mienshao safely. Yep. But this gives me the option to just Air Slash. I think I always go Zarude here. And I double to Regidrago. And I just click Dragon Pulse, because it should get me a kill. I think. If they give me Crobat, they lose. I should actually calc Specs Dragon Pulse as well. I think it kills. Let's see, even if they're max HP, how much it does. I drop a Draco then. Just because Dragon Pulse doesn't kill if it's max HP. So we get rid of Crobat. So it might come down to some speed ties at the end, but maybe not even. Because Regidrago is just too good versus a team with no fairy types. I simply Air Slash here. Get my kill. Oh, whatever comes out. I think I go for it again, considering they may double out into Mienshao. Come on. Not what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted. They're most likely going to go for rocks here too, but... I sack this. Does Poison Jab kill Togekiss at 52? So it's gonna come down to a speed tie. It's a roll versus a speed tie. So it comes down to a roll versus a speed tie here. Which I lost there. I think I roosted. The reason I roosted there is because I think that if they're, depending on their Suicune set, I might just lose to it 1v1. As long as I have an Iron Defense up, they can't touch me with Mienshao. It shouldn't kill me. I think all they did was give me HP. Good game. I beat the #1 dude on the ladder. Let's go. Woo! Because of body press, iron defense. Let's go, man. Damn, Mienshaw's a threat down here. I would been like, even with everything, like I wouldn't be surprised. I beat the #1 dude on the ladder though. I'm happy. I'm happy I beat the #1 dude on the ladder. Let's get it. Hey, leave a like for that, guys. All right. So, ooh, they gave me some delicious points too. All right, let's get another game. I'll be right back. So we got an opponent whose name is Appleton, is OP. And every mon beats Magnezone, and they do have a fairy type, but that fairy type is hurt by ancient power, so that's okay. Getting aim vibes from you. Ooh. I like that. Anyway, yeah, this game is gonna be tough because I'm so weak to I'm actually so weak to Toxtricity. Have fun. I'm so weak to Toxtricity, and I'm assuming that's what the Spadef on this Seismitoad is for. So what I'll do is I'm gonna use it to eat a Boom Burst, and then hopefully knock it out back, and then just play around these mons with all mine. Yo, his has a hoodie. Or not a hoodie, but a scarf from the movie. Anyway, like I said, pretty weak to Toxtricity. And I'm about to throw it away too, because it's not like I have a switch into this thing either. Alright, we'll click rocks. I really hope, I really feel like at whatever, Zerudada. Yeah, that's so funny. They're definitely gonna U-turn here for sure. The thing is, if I bring out Zone, they click a whole bunch of buttons, so this is tough. This is tough, and Zone's role is to really check this. They could also close combat immediately. I'm gonna make the Magnezone play because if they U-turn out to Toxtricity, I'm in a bad spot. Zerudada. Yeah, that's fire. That's the one with movie, right, where we just got like Ash. Oh, speaking of stuff, if I didn't know, I have a Patreon, and I actually currently started playing Bloodborne on Patreon. That's what they voted for. I'm really bad at games that are not Pokemon. Pokemon is even like iffy for me, but yeah, if you guys want to check it out, feel free to. Okay, so I'm definitely going for that endgame Mienshao type of thing, that's for sure. Now I have a Zarude, and I feel like you doubled Darmanitan here. I really want to click Discharge on Darmanitan because if I KO Darmanitan, that's going to help me out a lot. But it's not even the best. Okay, they don't. Thank God they didn't. I was not aware this thing ran sewer power sometimes. Holy crap. Now the reason we doubled out into Mienshao here is because it was like my only play there, but holy crap, I didn't realize it ran sewer power for that. If I knock them off, I think I have to play in a way like that's just risky in this game. I really do. Oh, thank God they feared Stone Edge or something, so hell yeah. Unfortunately, 1,000 Arrows basically gets a kill versus me. Still gonna sub. They can spike to get the kill with Zarude. Still gonna sub. We have, if this thing dies, close combat's way better versus them. So I could also flash cannon here too, which is interesting. They don't know my set. I just realized they don't know that I'm sub like this. So I'm gonna sub here, and then go for body press to get the analytic boost on the Zygarde after. But Zerudada. This thing is so funny. I'm gonna go for a higher defense here. Darkest Larry obviously goes through, but if I KO Zarude, it doesn't really open up too much. What's coming in on this? This is body press, bro. Nothing likes this on their team. I'm pretty sure Darmanitan dies after rocks. I think Zygarde dies too, because again, it is analytic boosted. I am so happy it was Zygarde. Please die. Woo! Look at body press. Hey! Look at body press. My man, go. Alright, so the big boy's in. This mon comes in later and just click discharge, so I like that. Obviously, Flare Blitz is something that I'm fearing. They don't have a rocker, but they do have a spiker, but I'm still thinking about keeping this thing alive. I honestly think I sack Zarude and just go for Ancient Power at my Specs mon. Yeah, I think I sack Zarude and go for Specs Ancient Power. Oh, hell yeah. Go ahead and give me this Darmanitan, this damn threat. This demon. So we get rid of Darm, we get rid of Zydog. So, amazing, amazing. Definitely amazing. And Zydog is really mainly good for that. This is a demon as well, if it sets up on me for free. So I'm going to go for Ancient Power because I need some damage. As they go for Boom Burst and I straight up die. As expected. It did take Stealth Rock though. I think that Ancient Power did 38%. What does that... That leads to believe that is not, like, that is actually Assault Vest. Because that's not the mon I'm looking at. But I could be wrong. Does Ancient Power really do that little? Wow, it really does do that little. Okay, Mienshao, I'm gonna need you to do a little bit more. 48 to 57%. My Seismitoad, do you eat this, my friend? Because if you eat this, this is my play. Oh hell no! Let's. We always gotta go worst case. This is how you count, guys. If you don't know anything, you always gotta go worst case scenario. So Boom Burst from Timid, 86. So I'm already in a bad spot there. Togekiss beats everything, so I'm not gonna go Togekiss. Okay, I think the play is to Mienshao and U-turn. Just to get the chip for knockoff. Sack Seismitoad since it doesn't really beat anything, and then these three are going to be my win con. Because Togekiss is faster than Toxtricity, I hope that I can depend on it to get one flinch. And this works out for me too, because if they end up bringing out... If they stay in, it's whatever. Like I said, I sack Seismitoad, but I get the knockoff, which is very important. Wow. Lowest roll possible too. Cool. Let's go for knockoff there. Mienshao comes out. I could click Stone Edge, but knockoff is just way safer. It is way too safe, and it should put Golisopod in its emergency exit range too. I would hope. I lied. I don't want to get liquidated on my Togekiss considering it beats everything, but Magnezone gets them a switch into something. Because I think I can Thunder Wave them and beat them with my own Togekiss. No, Togekiss is the play. Yeah, because even though they liquidate me here, I Air Slash and get a kill. Yeah, so I get rid of Golisopod. Hey, buddy. This does 21% minimum, so I do kill them provided I connect. If I don't connect, it comes down to some cheeky air games. So we're just going to connect there and get rid of Toxtricity. Thank you very much. And now we're going to Thunder Wave the Togekiss. Oh, I don't think they can beat mine. But I know that a U-turn on there, so they most likely don't have a way of... They can't touch Magnezone. Hell yeah. They can't touch Magnezone. Hell yeah, let's go. I win. I just Iron Defense is free. Because if they go out to Zarude, Darkest Lariat... Unless they're Flamethrower, but even then I just sub up the next turn. You can crit. You can still crit. You can definitely still crit. I'm glad that Magnezone put in work in game 2 and 3. And I'm thinking because they were game 1 and 2 were both like, even this game, these were games that do require. Oh, never mind. These were games that did require like thought behind it. Oh, never mind. I subbed up. They didn't go. They had to go hard into Zarude. Because now I just discharge. Even if they go Zarude, I sub up. And I have Scarf. I have Scarf Mienshao because Togekiss is dead. They can't. It doesn't matter if they crit. Did this not kill with the analytic boost even? Man, Zarude is bulky, dude. That's +2. GG, dude. Even if they crit, they didn't even kill because that's normal damage. Alright, so that was fun. Definitely like how Magnezone performed in that game as well as the last game as like a deterrent to Crobat, but also an endgame win con, which is really cool. I know I only got 3 games in this live, however, one of them was versus the #1 dude in the ladder. The first game literally came down to a speed tie, and the last game I had to get plays right and position Magnezone. So I think there were 3 very good games, and it's not like I was on the low ladder. My RU account is decently high, I suppose. Drop a pog. Yeah, I'm number 27 on the ladder. I might be a little bit more after that game, but I'm not entirely sure. So I do hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Magnezone, while it is probably the worst ground type in the tier, the worst electric type in the tier, still really cool. So again, if you guys want the team, link is down below on my website, pokeaimMD.com. Leaving a like, subscribing, y'all be helping me out because CPM in January is basically like month 1 of the virus. So anyway, I'll see y'all. Peace.